flay you alive. One more word and you won't survive.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Moho, back with a video for you guys. This is the Black Ops 2 multiplayer trailer review, and I want you guys to take a special look at something and notice this.
Moments of this multi-team team deathmatch. Great vertical positioning here. Spots two players. Tosses out one shock charge and a second. Can he get them both? Takes out DJ Bond. Smokes Macus with the double kill. Holy sh!
Yeah, so you guys know that is the multiplayer preview. And I cut it in half mainly because you guys already know what's going on in the beginning of it. You know, it's a bunch of pub stuff. You guys don't really need me to explain to you what was really going on. But what I found most important about that preview was the fact that they have Hastro at the very end of the preview commentating over what looks to be multiple team deathmatch. I guess it's like you know, like four teams going to team deathmatch, and whoever gets the most kills wins. But it's not really the game type that catches my eye. What really catches my eye is the fact that Hastro's commentating it. And what I honestly think they're going to be doing is they're going to be doing something like League of Legends. As you guys know, we've been trying to expand, with no help, the competitive community through the developers. And as you guys know, in order to have a successful competitive game, you have to have help from the developers. Halo, it's always had help from developers. League of Legends always had help from developers. StarCraft always had, any major game, Counter-Strike, they've always had help from developers. And that's why their games explode when it comes to the competitive scene. And this is one of the reasons why Call of Duty hasn't really evolved, although it's a fan favorite type game. It hasn't evolved the way that we really want it to evolve. So with that being said, as you guys know, my competitive background, I have a lot of subscribers who are, you know, casual and came from other of the YouTubers stuff, and you guys just are big fans of my content, period, because of, you know, the undercovers and all that stuff. But if you didn't know, I have a competitive background. That's where I started. And I plan to play Black Ops competitively. But I wanted to inform you guys on what I believe, what you saw in the beginning of this video, which was Hastro commentating over some competitive gameplay. I think what they're going to be doing is sort of like what LOL, League of Legends, is doing. They have an in-game streaming system where they have two of the best teams. They would go up against each other, and they have it to where if you go on League of Legends main menu, you would have the option to spectate those games. Personally, if this is what they're doing, I think it's fantastic. How it would be is they would have a log of the games actually going down. You wouldn't join the League of Legends room and watch it. What you would do is you would get on League of Legends, or in this case Call of Duty. If two of your favorite teams are going at it, whatever the case may be, I really don't know what they plan on doing, but let's just say for the sake of argument, two teams are really scrimming, or something really happened, like a tournament. Let's just say a tournament happens, and Fear versus Envious is up there, and the developer, or not just the developer, but there's a match that's being played, and you want to see it, but you can't join the room. What they're going to do, well, what I believe they're going to do, especially with that clip at the end, is they're going to allow in-game streaming, which will allow anybody who's on Call of Duty, a main menu screen probably, to watch their favorite teams play, or to watch a valuable match, maybe something that's of value, like a tournament or something. I really don't know, but I do know this. If that isn't the case, if I'm wrong, okay, because this is just me making an assumption from what I've been seeing. But if I am wrong, what are they doing? That's my question. Why is Hastro commentating? Why are they involving Hastro, who has a huge influence on the competitive scene? Why are they even messing with competitive? That's my questions, and this is what leads to me, you know, basically saying that they are going to, I guess, implement an in-game live stream feature. It would only make sense, right? Because if we want to see, you know, if they want to see their game grow, especially as big as LOL, then they're going to have to try to follow in their footsteps, right or wrong. But yeah, this is, after seeing that trailer, I'm definitely excited, guys. I know everybody is, to be honest. some people aren't happy with it. I don't know why you wouldn't be happy with it. Mainly because, I don't know, maybe the guns, maybe the stuff that, maybe the attachments, maybe it's just not what you're into. I really don't care if it's futuristic at all, to be honest with you. It's going to play like Call of Duty, and at the end of the day, that's really all that matters to me. So yeah. Another thing I wanted to point out in this video is you notice that the names of the classes are titled after some pretty familiar words or phrases that you might know of. And they're also titled after some pretty popular people in the YouTube world as well. So for the first one that I noticed was the class was called YouTube Money. For those of you who don't know what YouTube Money is, it's basically a term that we, well, not really necessarily me, because my channel isn't, up there yet. But, people with over 100,000 subscribers and whatnot basically just, have a sarcastic role sometimes and basically say stuff like, I'm about to put a video out and make that YouTube money, Not only that, but it's also derived from basically sniping on YouTube. It's huge. Sniping on YouTube. If you're a part of Optic, if you're a part of FaZe, if you're a part of, just any successful sniping team on YouTube, you know that they're pretty much, well off when it comes to making money because for some odd reason, people love sniping montages. They love sniping, period, in Call of Duty. But yeah, so that's where the name or the phrase YouTube Money comes from. But another thing that I noticed is they have another class on there with a guy just running around with knives and all that type of good stuff. It's called Only Use Me Blade, or Only Use Me Blade, or whatever. I don't know what the hell it was called. I know it's not called Only Use Me Blade because that's the YouTuber, but it's sort of along those lines. But what I thought was cool about it is that they're actually acknowledging these YouTubers and they're actually acknowledging these gamers and implementing them into the game, which, to be honest with you, I find it absolutely incredible. That guy must feel really honored, to be honest with you. Like, this is a huge game, guys. Can you imagine them having like a class called Moho? You know what I mean? Or just after your name? I think that's fantastic. I think that's amazing. And not only do I think that's amazing that they're doing that, but the fact that they're actually, paying attention to our community, that should be a plus, people. That's huge. And I'm very happy about that. So yeah, I definitely wanted to let you guys know about that. Because I thought it was great. But as for what I thought about the whole thing, like the pub gameplay and stuff, it looks entertaining. Of course, that's what they want to do. They want to keep you entertained. But to me, I think there's a little bit too much. Like there's drones everywhere. That are manned. That are like manned. Like you control it. And then there's robots fighting each other. You know what I mean? It's just a little too much. And I think that it's a little bit too complicated. That's just my opinion. That's just, after watching it, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But definitely it's going to be fun. Let's put it that way. I sound like I'm hating on pubs, but I'm really not. It just, to me, it looks like there's too much, I usually rely on gun skill only, and when I've seen the pub clips of it, it looked like people were just having a blast killing people with, numerous airplanes, robots, and drones, and all that stuff. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. For those of you who want to know what this was, I was subbing in for Killa with the team. As you guys know, we released John, or they released John. I really didn't have no part in that. I didn't want to have no part because they're playing, not me. So yeah, John, if you're listening, good luck, buddy. And yeah, it's your boy Moho. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter. It's very important, especially if you want to play with me. So we'll catch you guys later. Peace.